Do you ever feel like you're swimming against the tide in the corporate sea? In a world where employees dominate the landscape, mastering the art of thinking like an entrepreneur is your secret weapon for success, and it's time to flip the script and harness the power of entrepreneurial thinking. If we haven't met before, my name is Brooke, and I teach burnout healthcare professionals how to launch, grow, and automate a business online so you can ditch the stress and create a life of freedom doing what you love. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I put out a new episode each and every week. So today I want to teach you how to break free from the conventional employee mindset and embrace the entrepreneurial perspective by thinking like an entrepreneur instead of like an employee. And you might say, well, you know what? That sounds easy. I can do that, but it's not really that easy. Let me explain why. So almost everyone in this world has been trained to think like an employee since they were toddlers. Think about it. Follow instructions, do as you're told, brush your teeth, go to bed, eat your veggies, stop hitting your brother, right? Your curfew is at 10, do your homework. It's all outwardly directed, do as you're told, period. So it's ingrained in us at a very young age. And if we act outside of those bounds, there's consequences, right? There's consequences if you keep hitting your sibling. There's consequences if you don't finish your dinner. There's consequences if you have a temper tantrum on the playground. And as parents, we try to create a safe and effective boundary for our kids so that hopefully when they grow up, they are civilized human beings. And the same principles are taught to us inside the school systems. Study hard or there will be consequences. Finish your projects or there will be consequences. Be on time to class or there will be consequences. All of these assignments are reinforced so you can sit back and see how you will react to those assignments. If your goal in school is education, were you learning when there wasn't an assignment? Were you studying after you took the test? I'm going to guess probably not. Did you study super hard to pass the test only to forget most of the information as soon as you were done taking that test? Here's the thing, entrepreneurs think differently than the average Joe. They don't think like employees think. We have a different mindset, and I want you to learn how to think like an entrepreneur. So let me give you some basic examples. Think about the word work, W-O-R-K. When I say the word work to you, what kinds of adjectives or words come to your mind? People often say pain, obligation, boring, tired, dread, restrictive. These are the same people that say, thank goodness it's Friday, TGIF, or I can't wait for this weekend so I'm not stuck at work. Is it 3:30 yet so I can leave what? Work. How many weeks per year do I get to get away from my work and go on vacation? Or it's like, oh no, it's Sunday. That means tomorrow I have to go back to what? Work. So for an employee, is this reinforced as a positive thing or a negative thing? Employees do just enough so they can keep their job. They do just enough to be able to get a raise. But guess what happens when we ask entrepreneurs what their thoughts are on work? They think differently. And here are the types of words that come to mind from an entrepreneur. Impact, passion, ambition, vision, growth, resilience. You see, entrepreneurs love their work so much that they can't wait to get back to it. With employees, they work long enough to get to rest, to take a break. That is their ultimate goal. They work, work, work so they can retire one day and rest. But with entrepreneurs, their goals embody the mindset of, well, what else can I do to make an impact? How can I grow more? Well, let's get moving. Let's do this. Do you see how it's completely different? So let's talk about the word time. How much time is an employee-minded person going to give their employer before they want to get paid? The typical pay period in America is 2 weeks, sometimes 1 week. So the employee says, I'll give you 2 weeks, and if I don't get paid, I'm getting a new job. I'm out of here. Entrepreneurs understand that time is completely different. Entrepreneurs are going to be overworked and underpaid for a long period of time. For a short period of time, they will be fairly paid. Then the beautiful thing happens. They start to get overpaid for a long period of time. Employees say, I want to be fairly paid all the time. They want that 3% yearly raise. And then they become too expensive for their employer and they're easily replaced by two people at half the cost. So in terms of investment, Entrepreneurs think differently about time than employees do. The employee mindset is, I want everything given to me all the time. And when it comes to support, employee says, where's my training? Where's my supervision? Where's my support system? They have a you owe me kind of mindset. And entrepreneurs, well, they say, I can do this. Just point me in the right direction. I got this. I'll be the support system. Even when it comes to failure, employees view failure or embarrassment in the workplace as the thing to hide from. Like, it's the worst thing that could ever happen. But if you fail in the workplace, you could lose your job, right? You could get demoted. You are going to get in trouble with your boss. That's not how entrepreneurs think. They look at failure as an extreme way to get better faster. They're failing all the time and improving all the time. They're failing forward. If you want to become an entrepreneur, I just want to put this in your mind. I want you to start thinking like an entrepreneur, which is basically the opposite of how an employee thinks in today's world. Don't act entitled. Take charge of your own situation. Be willing to put in hard work and start to view things differently. I do have some homework for you. I want you to write down areas where you are currently thinking like an employee, and where can you start to shift that mindset to thinking like an entrepreneur. I hope this was helpful. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another episode. Take care.